First, I'd like to thank ARC for giving me the opportunity to speak this year about Energy Transfer's 1 or 2 year journey now of achieving full digital transformation success in our business. Quick, who am I and who's Energy Transfer? Well, we're an energy company, right? We are one of America's largest portfolios of energy assets. This including pipelines, treating facilities, terminals, docks, everything that really goes around moving energy throughout the United States, Canada, and actually we do have some operations in China as well. It does include 90,000 miles of pipeline, with almost 500 physical buildings in which we operate, and about 10,000 employees that are keeping things going. I work at Energy Transfer. I've been here for 10 years. I am over our operational data analytics group, our custom development areas, as well as our butane custom development shop as well. Before that, I did spend about 10 years at ExxonMobil in their space as well. So why did we need change? Well, we needed a digital vision to meet the growing demands of our industry. We were operating in a world of paper, right? It still existed, and people were still using Excel files to communicate, processing old reports, and making decisions off old data. And we needed to change that. So we needed to make something that would make us more nimble, make us more flexible, and let us get better decisions faster. And we wanted to introduce a concept of data sharing in our organization, right? Let's try knocking down silos and let everybody see the same thing rather than people using, a digested version of somebody's report or somebody else's data sample. And we wanted this to help us leverage emerging technologies better, right? If we have better data, we have a better platform, and we have a true digital vision with digital transformation, we could adapt to these new things that are coming at us faster than we seem to know what to do with these days. So what did we do? Starting in July of 2019, we entered into a 2-year project with Capstone to deploy their data park enterprise solution across our entire system. And we wanted to really transform the way that we operated day to day. So over the past 16 months, we've developed a tight partnership with Capstone, bringing on some of their staff to augment our staff to help us realize this vision. We established a corporate central historian, so that's actually showing the same information to everywhere at any time, right? That's really key to truly achieving some of these successes, is making sure everybody's seeing the same thing. We've deployed 75 high-resolution data capture facilities. These are hybrid and local deployments at key areas in our company. And we've also enabled minimum visibility. This is at least a pressure, a temperature, or some sort of IoT sensor across our entire organization. That's all 90,000 miles of pipe. That's all 477 facilities in the organization. We're consuming multiple data sources to augment and enrich our data, which actually is kind of accumulated into about 4 million real-time data access points that our people now can see whenever they like, right? We've generated over 5,600 displays in the company. That's people using the system. We've enabled over 800 field personnel that are now actively using the system day in and day out. And we're doing with zero downtime, which has been phenomenal, right? Our business hasn't been interrupted, which is significant to our success. So how did we do all this, right? Well, we proved the concept first. We did not sell our management on pie in the sky and hypotheticals of we could do this if we had this. Well, we started small. We picked one key facility in our organization and we installed the system on there, and we started realizing real value really quick. And we were able to scale that really fast. So it wasn't art of possible. We had a reality. We were able to come with a concrete what, when, and how we plan to do this with our organization. And we had a great vision across the company, right? It was a single pane of glass into Energy Transfer's operation, full stop. That's what we wanted to do, and this is how we were going to do it. So while I'm kind of throwing out a couple buzzwords here, of course, you can't get away with not doing that these days, but we tried to dispense with those as much as we could. We wanted people to realize that this wasn't going to be a silver bullet solution, right? There we go. We had real work to do, and people were actually going to have to do it. It wasn't going to be a magic light switch where these things automatically happened. We involved all of our local leadership, right? Being a company that spans the entire United States, and now we're into Canada. We needed to bring all these managers in here. So we had a local conference. We flew them all in, and we got them to all see what we were trying to do. So that way, we weren't going to be showing up at their doorsteps, knocking on their facility, and saying, "Hi, we're the data park team, and here's what we plan on doing over here." And no, they understood why we were there, and they understood the value that they were going to get out of it. And we really saw that actually happen, right? We had a goal mark of 100 facilities. We wanted to name 100 facilities to go live within 2 years. And out of that conference, we had 400. We just stopped counting. We ran out of whiteboard space and scrapped the whole idea and started a different way to approach it. And we did that by doing an ROI evaluation, right? Where we said, look, if we can get $27,000 of value out of a facility in 3 years, it's a good candidate. And we still had over 400. So we ended up whittling those down after a little bit more work, but we got there. Of course, we established a good team. It's a mixture of IT and business. You can't do this alone. And we needed to bring in a strong project manager, and that's what we did. We got one of the designers of the IIS space station to work for us, and he's done a phenomenal job of keeping us on task. So, you can't get out of a presentation these days without talking about COVID-19, and this one is no different. COVID-19 did change everything for us, especially in our industry. Oil and gas was significantly impacted, at least for the first half of 2020, and we're still feeling it in 2021 here. But it was a reality check for us. We realized, not everybody's low risk. I think we all kind of came up to that, as we go further and further down this journey together. And enabling people to work remotely was key to their success, right? We had a lot of people who we know couldn't just be exposed, but they still brought a lot of value to the organization. And one thing that this project taught us was we did truly achieve this transformation of success, because these people were still coming to the table and still attending things, and were still in the loop and providing value where they didn't need to just sit in front of the piece of equipment. We had a large reduction of travel, right? And people weren't moving around as much, but people were still doing it as much. They didn't need to drive their trucks 300 miles to go to the pump station to check on some equipment, right? They were looking at it virtually. And while of course this was unwelcome, just to say it again, is it did prove our success, right? When we went into full COVID lockdown, people were still working. People were still actively being able to do their job and provide the value that they would have been doing if they were on site. Of course, we still have a lot of people that have to be on site, but there are some people that just did not need to be. So results, we captured our ROI in 3 main categories. It was time savings, cost avoidance, and decision support. With about 1.5 years down our belt now, we've captured over $17 million in annualized savings with the system. That's something that we've been able to quantify. There's a lot more we can't quantify. These are the things that are coming in through official channels where the people are saying, I would like to do X because here's what I can get out of it. But we do have a lot of people who are just using the system and saving time all over the place, and that's hard to quantify. So I believe that number is a little bit understated, but that's the number that I definitely have in stone. So we actually saw it, right? We saw digital transformation come through. We're seeing people's behaviors change. See that through conversations that are changing, right? Optimization and operation utilization. Those are becoming a hallway conversation in a lot of meetings that we're attending now. IT, while this project can maybe originated in IT, it's a partnership with operations, but we see IT being invited to a lot more meetings with operational people to see how we can provide value to what the problems that they're having. Decision support, we're able to look at things that we couldn't before. We're adding validation to the decisions we had been making, which has been extremely interesting. And we're able to realize some pipe dreams, right? Or stuff that we just couldn't even do before. What does that one big, white paper look like, or that one infographic look like that shows the company as a whole and how we're doing? Now those things are possible. We're empowering the other systems, right? We're filling in gaps. We're reducing CapEx spend. Because we're not needing to build all these other things to do what just getting the data in one place can do, right? We're not building all these little siloed systems. Automation is helping all over the place. So safety, of course, being an oil and gas company, we're very, very safety conscious. And if we could reduce windshield time, people driving from point A to point B, that's just better for everybody. And we're doing that as well. So, at the end of the day, we're making better decisions faster, which has been the key to our success to make this work. Finally, challenges. We did have a couple challenges. We had to start from the ground up. We had to do a lot of education in the company to make sure people understood what we were doing, how to do it, and what they could do with it. That has been significantly successful for us. We started with Capstone doing a lot of the training, and now that's all internal. It's all done by our teams. Which has been interesting because the more training we do, it seems like the more value we get out of the system. The more we're educating, the more ideas, stuff that we didn't even think were possible or even thought of. People bring to the table, whether it be some sort of heat exchanger monitoring or pump curve monitoring or alarming, or now we're actually getting into the AI modeling side where we're starting to model equipment and detect anomalies on these equipments are not performing the way we should be, even though all the sensors say they're good. But when you look at the models, they actually say they're bad. And it was finding the right tool for us, right? We did do a lot of evaluation. What was best for us? We needed a one-stop shop. We evaluated a lot of different vendors to do this. We needed a company that had interest in our success. We didn't want it to be just another account. And we wanted to leverage our existing tool set. Our company is very large. We've invested a lot in the things that we've built, and we needed something that could play with us rather than against us. And it wasn't something that we needed to buy add-ons for. So yeah, it's been some challenges, but not challenges that couldn't be overcome anywhere. So what's next for us? CapEx is down. It's going to be down for a while in oil and gas, and it's going to continue to be down for a while. So we're going to continue investing in this system because this system is providing value. So we plan on tripling our footprint in the next 3 years and bringing more and more high resolution displays and systems into our big corporate historian, and then start building out and keep going. Thank you.